that second week was very much about starting to let go, just accept what happens, and really getting into the sort of emotional and spiritual part of the journey. That second week was probably my best part of the Camino. The spiritual side, more beautiful churches. Went into a beautiful church just outside Puente La Reina right at the beginning, and the priest was in there holding a service with some of the nuns. I don't know what draws me. I mean, I'm not generally a very religious person, but I almost go into every church I pass, and I'd go into at least one every day to say a prayer of thanks for just still being able to do this, keeping me going. Just really grateful for the experience. First thing I like to do when I come to a town is to come into the church. And whoever's up there, just say thanks for another day on the Camino. And please let me continue. My first port of call, as usual, entering a new town or village, is to the church. Just to say thanks for allowing me to undertake another day on this great journey. And look at this place in Castro Jerez. Said my prayer and dropped my rock. Dropped a few other rocks for other people. And just had my little moment at the top there. Yeah, I've gone through all of these great experiences. A deeper connection with myself and perhaps developing a bit of faith. I have to say, this is probably one of the moments of the Camino. I hope it is when you do your Camino. Everyone I've spoken to has had highs and lows, and everybody at some stage has said, do I really want to continue this? Is it time to go home? Just work through it, that's natural. But I'd had this a few days of really being glum, thinking, well, what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks? Have I just got to walk every day? Because this is getting pretty monotonous. So I gave myself a kick up the backside and got on with it, and I'm now sort of reconnected with the whole process and the walk. And I was talking to someone walking yesterday and sort of saying, okay, so what comes after this? Pretty hard to go back to the real world, I think. And I was thinking, I wonder when you get bored walking the Camino. How long do you have to walk before you start getting bored? I think it would take me a fair while, to be honest. And on the emotional side, I was feeling a bit down this morning. Feeling a bit guilty, to be honest. I'm wondering, is this really a very selfish experience? Because you leave people at home and they're having to deal with challenges. My wife Pat's dealing with a lot of challenges at home with father's health, and you kind of feel guilty being away a bit. It's funny how the weather affects your mood. Yesterday was sort of overcast and a bit grey to start with. Today, not a cloud in the sky, really sunny. I just can't wait to get on the road. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. Strange day today. I think you need to expect on the Camino that you have good days and bad days. And I don't mean that as it doesn't have anything to do with the terrain really or the distances, but it can be a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I've had a couple of bad days. This might be another one. I'm probably thinking too much. I'm walking on my own today. Time to reflect on the things that I was thinking about at the cross. I would just say, don't expect there to be bolts of lightning and revelations and things, but do walk with an open mind and an open heart and just kind of see what happens. And I think a lot of people don't do that, and just be accepting of whatever's going to happen. And sometimes amazing things do happen.